Hey y'all, been a while. I don't know how about y'all, but I've been right busy. Um, Lighting's bad. Sorry, I will work on it. I just can't figure. I don't know no damn thing about no cameras a mess. Anyhow, so let's see this thing, or maybe here. Let me move this. All right. So, my wife and I be on our own business, and like the summertime, it is the busiest in our sales. Sorry for the man cave. Every time I try to get it to where I can maneuver around here and see the floor, I got to put boxes in here because of shipping. But I'm getting right along with it. I think it's getting there. But this is not what that's about. So, I'm part-time officer, school resource officer now, and I took a class. And while taking that class, I was introduced to another class that was coming up, which was yesterday. It was a class I won't turn down. I would never turn it down. These kind of classes. So let me break it down to you like this. It was a 10-hour class. The instructors were 3 special operations, 3 Green Berets from Fort Bragg that were training the class, and they broke it down into 3 levels. First level was medical, a shoot house, and a pistol and rifle. The course of fires was 200 rounds of pistol, 200 rounds of rifle, and it was a law enforcement only class. Now, some of y'all might go, well, you know, law enforcement. Some people don't like that. I don't care. I took what I could get. If they had a civilian only, where and I hate the word it's civilian. I'll just say what I've been saying lately: a citizen only class where law enforcement are not allowed and all that. That's fine. I don't care. What I'm trying to say is I don't agree with it, but I don't make the classes. If those same 3 men were teaching anybody else, okay, so they're moving right along. The money that went into this was all mine. The ammo, mine. Everything purchased didn't come from the department or anything, which is normal. Okay, it's a normal thing because small agencies, budget's tight. It was run through the basic law enforcement training through the academy at the local college where I'm at. So we met at the designated range, which, let me explain to y'all this if you ain't never been around here. If you're not from the South, right now it's blistering hot. Okay? Period. You're gonna sweat, gnats, fleas, chiggers, ticks. You gotta watch out for all that. Bugs big enough to pick up your truck and take it away. Alright? So you gotta watch out for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you about the classes. I'm gonna show you some of the equipment that I used and what I got out of it. Okay? So the first part of it is we were broken up into three teams. And I believe, if I remember right, there was between 16 and 18 of us. It was broken up into 3 teams. I started out my team started out in the medical, which, by the way, was exactly what I wanted. I was really more focused on the medical than the other stuff. That was awesome. Those guys, yeah, what they taught us, what I was begging to find out. And I strongly am going to take their classes again and again, as long as I know how to get up with them, unless they're activated, of course. But anyways, so the class dealt with packing wounds, proper use of tourniquets, what to look for in injuries. Just because they're wounded somewhere, just because they're wounded in this part of the body doesn't mean they're not wounded somewhere else. Find it, you know. Very interesting information. I'm just giving you a condensed version, all right? But so that went on for about that went on for about 3 hours. And then our team went to the shoot house. No, back that up. That went on for about 4 hours. Then about that time, we broke for lunch. And when we got back, our team went to the shoot house. The shoot house was a blast. It was learning entries, dead spaces, communications with each other, moving, how to move, how to signal each other to move. We used simunitions for the first time ever. I've never used simunitions and that was the first time, and it was awesome. It really was a banging thing. So then we moved into pistol and rifle. Now, pistol and rifle, it wasn't so much as, it wasn't qualifying, okay? It wasn't a qualifying factor or nothing like that. But it was, we started off with very small targets, like just a little 1-inch pasty, okay? Taking our time, really honing in the trigger. The goal was to put 5 shots into a 1-inch pasty, draw, fire once, and holster. Draw, fire once, holster. And then the other 1-inch was draw, fire 5 shots, don't holster. You know, we went through movement, we went through different hand technique or weapon manipulation techniques. Okay, so then we went on to rifle. Rifle was almost similar to pistol. The range was still the same. It was really close. It was a lot of flat line, and luckily there was a little bit of forward movement, a little back movement, and yeah, it was a great day. But man, I'm sore. My legs are sore. My old ass is dragging. You know, to be 52 years old and these guys out here, like, and there was one man. In the group he's still a sworn officer. He is 67 or 64, and I'm like, no way, I'm not going to be in my 60s as a sworn law enforcement officer. But props to him, man. He hung in right along with all the other young dudes. Now I'm pretty sure right now he's like me, sore as hell. But it was fast paced. It was a lot of information thrown at you, and it was move, you know. So they got another class coming up August the 26th. At that class, it's going to be the same way. I have no video, no picture, no nothing. I can't show you any of this stuff because I'm a student. I don't have time to video. The second thing is, I don't know if I have permission to do so. Third thing is, I think there's special operations guys that don't like their faces, because these guys are active. They don't like their faces seen. Okay, so you can either trust what I say or say that what I'm telling you is false. Well, I don't care. I know what I know, and I got the witnesses to back it up. So now, so let's talk about the gear that I used and what I thought of it. Because this was the first time I actually got to use some gear, like really stretch it out. So I'm going to start with what I carried. This is what I carried. Okay, this is a high-speed gear drop leg. And if you want a cry once, one and done to do a job, that thing right there is banging, man. That is an awesome piece of kit. I mean, like, I ran 2 pistol mags and I ran a tool kit. I ran a multi-tool in here, 3 rifle mags, and that's all you would need at a class. Now, Russians falling from the sky and all that crap, maybe not so much. You know, you need more ammo, but for the class, and it worked perfect. I would highly recommend anybody getting these. By the way, if you do get one of these and you don't like it on your, like, per se, really laying low on your belt, you can put this on a battle belt, and it kind of raises it up higher. I bet you $1 if someone can figure this out. I bet you could make this into a chest rig. So, like, for example, you know, here's straps, and this is the one that comes around the end and hooks on this side. I bet something like this could be done into a chest rig if you got somebody with the know-how. So just put it out there. But this is a fantastic piece of kit. It's worth the money, and the great thing about it too is, like, where everybody else was wearing outer carriers and all that stuff that was loading them down, all I had to do when I went to lunch was unhook this, and right there's my hooks. So when we went back to class again, all I had to do that fast, and then just throw the strap under my leg, and away we go. High speed gear, drop leg. I hope they never discontinue these. I hope they actually improve on them. That's worth the money. So next, pistol. I took my 320. Ran like a single sewing machine. Not one issue with anything. Hollow sun on time. I did have an extra battery just to make sure I had some kind of problem with this, but I didn't. Because annually I'll go through about 4 to 5 batteries in my hollow sun. Like right now it's on a low setting. Yep. And it's fantastic pistol. Never had no issues with it. While we were out there, you know, we were doing, hey, you're wounded, fix this. So you were getting rolled around. The gun was getting rolled on top and rolled back, you know, because it's in a holster and that kind of thing. Perfect. Holster was my Alien Gear duty holster. Fantastic. Not one issue. Held up to the stress at that time that it was in. Couldn't ask for better. Other than the mag kit and the pistol, I used a core belt, and man, I really like that belt. I like how it cinches in. I didn't have to wear suspenders. I didn't feel like it was loading, like the weight was loading me down with all the equipment on. Really did a good job. Now, the class for a rifle was all ARs but one little old duck. Okay, and that little old duck is me. I went a different route, and yeah, I got looked at. So here we go. I took the old Styer, and this was the first time I actually got to take it out and really stretch its leg for the first time. Now, it didn't go on a run, and it didn't go on a sprint. I would have to consider it went on a nice little hard walk, okay? But the course of fire, like I said, was 200 rounds. And we were, I think the max out, because this is dealing with short distances, in-house, short stuff, short ranges. The max we went out with this, and our time actually got cut short. Well, because at 7 o'clock when it was over with, it was over. So we didn't really get a chance to go past the 25. But they were supposed to go out further. But by the time we got to the live portion of the rifle, our time was cut short. But she ran fine, no problems whatsoever. Got a lot of looks from folks, but she ran right up there. She ran right on par with every AR that was there. Didn't see one AR with any problems. There was some cadence drills where your course of fire started speeding up. And yes, because there's a piston right there, you know, I could feel the heat. And I had gloves, but I didn't wear them. I wanted to see what it was going to do. I felt some heat there, but it wasn't nothing that I think you could handle. You couldn't handle. And and this was after like maybe 40 rounds of ammunition through this, like bop 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 bop. You know, whatever the cadence was that you were supposed to do at the time. Primary arms, not one issue, not one problem. Really like these prismatic optics. Not one time that I run the battery. Just kept it on the black reticle. That's what I like. At night time, I would turn on the optic as far as like the illuminator. Never used this light. This is a stream light. Never used it. Playing around with it, I got an offset side mount. That's the only loss of the day is the shooting made it come loose. That's it. So I'll be taking this off. I was experimenting, you know, see what it would do, and I thought it would. I thought the vibrations would get it, and it did, because you can see it wobble in there. But great class. The men that taught this were, 2 of them were still active. They were Green Beret medics, and the other gentleman was recently retired. Apparently, and he was retired, and he went to law enforcement, and then he left law enforcement and started doing some other things. But they got some other classes coming up. Maybe I can get a video. Maybe I can get a picture. But I'm not testing those waters at all right now, because I don't know the comfort level that those men are in, and they are active, and you know, I don't want their world to get rocked. Okay, so I don't want to lose a chance to learn. But it was an awesome class. The medic part of it, and let me describe the shoot house. The shoot house is a very nice house. It has it looks more like it doesn't look residential. It looks more like a commercial building. You know, there's furniture in there and things like that. And it has a full catwalk, so the instructors can walk the whole length and watch as the students go in the rooms. Okay, and we predominantly practiced one-man entries, like one-man room clearings, one-man hall clearings. And the reason why is because it's getting to that point where law enforcement officers are having to get away from the team mentality and be the one man, especially in the role of a school resource officer. That has to really be honed and taught. So we did some 2-man also, but we never did more than 3. It was 1 and 2, and that's a good reason for that too, is because like where I live at, please God never be, but if there was an issue at my school, I know in about 5 minutes, maybe, well, 5 minutes on the max, 3 minutes on the short, I got another officer that will be there. He'll find me. So that's good. The problem is The problem is the training, not what they taught. It's the constant training, because there's not a shoot house everywhere you go. You know what I mean? But the equipment ran fine. I'm very pleased with what I used. Next time I go back, it'll be the same equipment. May not be the same rifle. Just not sure yet. I was really going to take my SBR in 300 Blackout, but I have a hard time sending that ammunition out of that barrel with the prices that they are. Okay. Still can get 5.56, a little 5.56 and 223 at a better price than I can 300 Blackout. But it was great. Wish I was younger and able to handle it more. But it was me and about 4 of the old guys out there, and we kept, proud to say, the geriatric squad kept right up with the with the 20-year-olds. So that's pretty cool. But that's the end of this video. I hope to have some more going on. Just got a busy life. I've said it before, YouTube don't pay the bills, and I don't know how about you guys, what's going on in your life. But if it's electronic, I'm really getting away from electronics. Like, I'm trying to get away from it, making it my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get back to the old way, where you get out there and do things, and don't sit here and watch YouTube to learn. Watch YouTube to learn information. I'm done with YouTube, and go apply it. Or, really use the internet for what it can be best used for. Okay? Because it truly is the world's Library of Alexandria. There's so much information there. So use it. Use it for your advantage. I have some more videos coming up. Be back directly out.